What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 12 of the Everything NYJ podcast. I am, as always, your host, Liam, and we have a lot to get into this week. So let's just get right to it, right? All right, Woody Johnson is back in power. Everybody knows that. And if you guys aren't too familiar with Woody Johnson, maybe you guys are some of the younger fans. Maybe you guys haven't been watching the Jets too long. If you guys aren't too familiar with Woody Johnson loves the big signings. He loves the big splash moves. He likes the attention. He likes to be the talk of the offseason. And it looks like we might have that once again, right? I promise you this is all going to tie in, right? So about a week ago, the Detroit Lions and the LA Rams made a trade. Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff. Matthew Stafford to the LA Rams, Jared Goff to the Detroit Lions, excuse me. The Jets apparently were interested in Matthew Stafford, which tells everybody right there all we need to know, right? The Jets are not committed to Sam Darnold, and I do not think Sam Darnold will be back next year. Do I necessarily like that? Sure. It's not a horrible thing. We're not going to cry if Sam Darnold does not come back next season. Sam Darnold, was he mistreated? Yes. Was he failed by a failing system, a poor coach and everything? Absolutely. But there have been some things about Sam Darnold, the poor decision making, the interceptions, the bad, readings, that's not on the coach. That's on Sam himself. Sam has regressed. Sam has gone backwards. And Sam just isn't being that franchise quarterback that we thought that we drafted. It's unfortunate. Would I mind seeing Sam back one more year? Sure. It's not the end of the world for me. I either want Sam Darnold or Deshaun Watson. But there's a ton of moves being made that Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff was the first of many to be made in this offseason. So right now, I want to get into the top 5 biggest moves that the Jets could make during this offseason. So number 1 is obviously trade for Deshaun Watson. How could it not be? Who else would it be? Everywhere you look on social media, if you listen to WFAN, if you listen to any other Jets podcast, everybody is talking about the Jets trading for Deshaun Watson. There's a lot of rumors going on about Deshaun Watson. He might be going to Miami. He likes the Jets, but they're not his number 1. Today, I read a report online that Joe Douglas is willing to give up like 4 first-round picks and like 3 second-round picks and Sam Darnold and a ton of third-round picks. It came out to like 7 picks in total or something crazy. I personally wouldn't give up that much. I personally would give up the number 2 overall pick and all of our Jamal Adams compensation, right? So that's the second first-round pick that we have, the number 23 or whatever it is. And then, whatever else from Jamal Adams, a couple, second and third rounders, and Sam Darnold. We would have a proven quarterback, a franchise quarterback. He's only 25 years old. We could have him for the next 10 years, maybe even 15 if he stays healthy. It's a franchise quarterback that we don't have to worry about, guys. It's something that we haven't had in so long. When was the last time the Jets had a legit franchise quarterback? Some could argue maybe Mark Sanchez. Maybe. But once you took away his weapons, he wasn't good at all. Let's call it like it is. He was not a good quarterback without, the likes of Braylon Edwards, Antonio Holmes, Jericho Cotchery, those guys. He just wasn't the same quarterback after you got rid of his weapons. That's why I think, Deshaun Watson, we build around him, and we could be really good. We have a really good quarterback in Deshaun Watson. For me, it's either Deshaun Watson or Sam Darnold. I don't want Justin Fields. I don't want Trey Lance. I don't want Zach Wilson. None of those guys. So number 2, sign Allen Robinson in free agency. The Bears are in salary cap hell. They probably won't franchise tag him, but his minimum tag would be about $18 million, I believe. The Jets could sign him to like a 4-year deal, $84 million with $35 million guaranteed. And there we go. Now we have hypothetically our quarterback, and his automatic number one wide receiver. When's the last time the Jets had a legit, true number one wide receiver? Brandon Marshall, maybe? 5 years ago? We all love Robbie Anderson, but Robbie Anderson was not a number one wide receiver. Let's face it, he wasn't. Jamison Crowder is not a number one wide receiver. It's just the way it is, guys. Perryman isn't. Maybe Denzel Mims could be in the future, but this last year he wasn't. He's still young. He has a lot of room to grow. But I think the Jets would be so much better with Allen Robinson. And I really think that Allen Robinson would agree. He's liking tweets about the Jets. He's liking tweets, let's come to New York. There's a little bit of sign. There's some signs showing that Allen Robinson would like to be here. A lot of it is all speculation. Every offseason we go through this, and a lot of the players, they buy into it. They like things on perfect. They like to get on purpose. They like to get the stir, they like to stir the pot. That's what I'm trying to say. Signing Allen Robinson is huge for us, guys. It's huge for us. Imagine Deshaun Watson throwing to Allen Robinson for the touchdown passes. That alone could be the start of a playoff run for the Jets. That's how we turn things around. All right, so getting into number 3. Sign the big tackle from the 49ers, Trent Williams. He's a Mike LaFleur guy. Give him a 4-year contract, $80 million, $45 million guaranteed. Put him on the right side. Keep building up that O-line. Joe Douglas loves it. Joe Douglas loves the O-line. Imagine left tackle Mekhi Becton, right tackle Trent Williams. That's insane. That's how we build an O-line. Sam Darnold was still running for his life last year. The O-line is still not a good O-line. It's better. It's improved from the 2019 season, but it's not great. It's not an elite, elite O-line. It's not. It's not a great O-line at all. Better, but not great. I really think that signing Trent Williams, we can't sign Deshaun Watson or whoever the Jets want to bring in. It doesn't have to be Deshaun Watson. Whoever the quarterback is next year, we can't have a quarterback with a weak O-line again. Sam Darnold's getting hurt. We saw it multiple times last year. We need to seal up. We need to build that O-line. And Joe Douglas, I believe that this could happen. It's, the 49ers, Robert Saleh, make it happen, guys. Make it happen. So number 4, let's sign another 49er, veteran cornerback. You knew I was going with this one. Richard Sherman to a 2-year, $25 million deal. He's up there in age, so I don't want a long-term commitment. He's 32 years old. But I do think he has a little bit of gas left in his tank. And if anything else, he adds that experience and that knowledge to that very young cornerback position. Let's face it, he could help out guys like Bryce Hall, Lamar Jackson, Bless Austin. And plus, he's a Robert Saleh guy. I really think that it's going to be a good relationship between the Jets and the 49ers. They're on opposite sides of the country. They're in different divisions. The 49ers are a good football team. They have a lot of quality pieces, a lot of talent on that team. I really believe that a lot of guys are going to want to come play for Robert Saleh. However you say his name. I'm still not good at pronouncing his name. I say Salah all the time. It's Saleh, I know. But yeah, he's a Robert Saleh guy. And like I said, I really think that if anything else, he could bring that experience, that knowledge. He doesn't need to be the number one starter every snap. Rotate him in. But let him be on the sidelines teaching these young guys. We have a very young cornerback position. I'm not really sold on the idea of, drafting another cornerback. Everybody is. Everybody says we have to draft another cornerback. I don't think that's the case. We have enough young cornerbacks as it is. Give these guys time to develop. let these guys grow. And by putting a veteran in there, that's only going to help matters. Is that actually going to happen? I don't know, because some people said that would be a slap in the face to Revis. I don't see that. And Darrelle Revis isn't a coaching guy. Darrelle Revis isn't going to come coach these young quarterbacks. It's not happening. So I have heard that internet rumor, the Jets aren't going to sign him, Richard Sherman, because of Darrelle Revis. I don't believe that to be the case at all. Number 5, the last one. The Jets need to sign Patriots guard Joe Thuney to a 4-year, $15 million deal. The Jets can move on from Greg Van Roten. He underachieved last year. He underperformed. Greg Van Roten has a 3-year, $10.5 million deal with only $3.25 million guaranteed. That's not huge. We can move on from that. Joe Thuney is a huge upgrade from Greg Van Roten. He is. And not only that, it's another guy that seals up that O-line. Imagine the O-line. Just imagine this. With guys like Mekhi Becton, Trent Williams, and Joe Thuney all on that O-line. That's an elite O-line. I just want to put that out. I don't think that all 5 of these guys are realistically coming to the Jets. I don't realistically see Trent Williams actually coming. It's just hypothetical. This would be great if we could somehow get all of this. I don't think it's going to happen with all the money and everything. The Jets have a lot of cap space. But I don't necessarily think that we're going to spend it all this year. Maybe we get 2, maybe 3 of these guys. That would be great. That's a win right there. That's an upgrade at any position right there. An honorable mention, Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas. I have been seeing a lot of reports that Michael Thomas, might be looking to move on from the Saints. The Saints might be trying to move on from him. Let's hope, right? Let's hope. But anyway, so that's 5 guys that I could really see the Jets, trying to sign. Would it be great if it happens? Yes. Do I expect all of it to happen? No, absolutely not. All right, so this is going to wrap it up. It's kind of been, another quick edition. It's the offseason. There's a lot of rumors going on, a lot of stuff that, it's fun to talk about, but a lot of nonsense going on too. There's a lot of just clickbait out there. I'm not going to get into all that stuff, right? So anyway, guys, it's Super Bowl weekend. We're going into Super Bowl weekend. Everybody wants to know what my predictions are. Kansas City and Tampa Bay. I think Kansas City's going to win this one, 30-24. Don't listen to my opinion. Don't listen to my prediction. My predictions are never right. I never get these things right at all, especially the scores. But Kansas City did beat Tampa Bay during the season, so it's going to be interesting to see the rematch. I think it's going to be a great game no matter what. We're seeing, the old GOAT versus the new GOAT. Will Tom Brady be passing that torch? Will he be dethroned? And Patrick Mahomes will be that next guy? He already is that guy, but Tom Brady's still in the game, right? I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. Anyway, as a Jets fan, I cannot root for Tom Brady. I can't do it. I don't want to. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Simple as that. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and do so. Go follow me on Twitter at everythingNYJ. I'll follow you back. If you have any fan questions, all you have to do is tweet them to me. I will answer them in the video. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, thank you guys. Go Jets. Have a good night.